Good day, fellow Deegans. Today is March the 19th, 2021, and boy, do I have the article for you. It is titled, Whiteness is a Pandemic. Oh, I'm all worked up today. I don't know if I can do this. I don't have much to add here today that hasn't already been said. Whiteness is a public health crisis. Oh, we have to get rid of white people. It shortens life expectancies. They pollute the air. It constricts equilibrium. It devastates forests. The white people, they're melting the ice caps. They spark and they fund wars. They flatten dialects. It infects the consciousness and it kills people. White people and people who are not white, my mom included. There will be people who die in 2050 because of white supremacy-induced decisions from 1850. I'm so scared. Maybe if I wear a mask, the white people won't know that I'm white and I'll be safe. A line cannon should be drawn from the actions of the white supremacist who walked into 3 Atlanta area massage parlors yesterday and allegedly, no, it's not allegedly, we know he did it, he admitted it. Why would they say allegedly when we know he did it? Screw the Constitution, screw these white people who believe in trial by jury and innocent until proven guilty. He said he did it, it's not allegedly. He allegedly killed 8 people, 6 of whom were of Asian descent. Okay. So they say he killed 8 people and 6 of them were of Asian descent. Since they are not mentioning the other 2 people who I guess their lives don't matter, we already know that they're white people. 6 of whom who were of Asian descent, to the relentless anti-Asian rhetoric pollinating national discourse over the past year. The former president, every time I think of him, the former president and the party of the former president can and should be blamed for this and the sudden increase of racist violence against Asian Americans. The line doesn't stop there, though. It extends back 400 years and has tentacles clawing everywhere. White supremacy exists here in America, and America is everywhere. Get this, there's a line connecting this act of terror to the 11 people killed at the Tree of Life Synagogue in 2018 and the 9 people killed at Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church in 2015. Of course! But also to gentrification, to redlining, to racial profiling, to gerrymandering, to voter oppression, to mass incarceration, to the war on drugs, to the subprime mortgage crisis, to the vast disparities in both COVID deaths and who receives COVID vaccinations. Hold on for 1 second. I constantly see articles of propaganda about how we have to convince more black people to take the vaccine. So I don't want to hear that there's whole groups who aren't getting the vaccine when many in their group don't want it in the first place. So sick of this victimhood. Who receives COVID vaccinations, to how the men and women who stormed the Capitol, they just went home. If they were black, they all would have been shot. And they had dinner with their families. While we are still processing and recovering from what we witnessed, they were already back on their couches watching Criminal Minds because they're the criminals. White supremacy is a virus that, like other viruses, it will not die until there are no bodies left for it to infect, which means the only way to stop it is to locate it, isolate it, extract it, and kill it. That's right. We need to kill all white people. We need to genocide them, because if we don't, their white supremacy will genocide the rest of us. That's why we all have to wear our masks. I guess a vaccine could work too, but we've had 400 years to develop one, so I won't hold my breath. So yes, that's right, we're upset because we want vaccines to kill all white people, and then we don't understand why black people won't take it. And so, for those of you who want to see more of this content, and if you're going to send me this content, one of the most important aspects of these videos is the comment section. So if you send me a story and there's no comment section, there's less likelihood that it's going to be used. And so because this is a video, oh, you better believe it, the comment section is absolutely priceless. So let's see what these people have to say in the comment section. I hate to break the spell, but, actually, it appears that the race of the murder victims was not a motive, but I am sure it makes you feel good to think otherwise. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit, you son of a bitch! It may not be why he killed them, but it was the reason why he only frequented Asian massage parlors. He could have gone elsewhere to get his sex addiction addressed. Just like me, I only go to white and Middle Eastern massage parlors. He could have went to one of those. Oh, anyone that is writing here that the ethnicity of the victims is irrelevant, feel free to go fuck yourself! This country has spent over 400 years making excuses for whiteness, and the fact that the people you have punched down all the time are now refusing to take your shit anymore, and it has led to violence. Oh my god. That fateful day on January the 6th, we saw a white temper tantrum lead to the deaths of police officers. Even though I want to defund the police, I hate it when white people kill white police officers, because if white people do it, then it's bad. The best part of this bullshit was Atlanta police saying that, well, this poor man just had a bad day. I have a bad day every day and no one sticks up for me. Only the race pimps. Oh, how nice. Did you fuckers take him to Burger King to try and cheer him up? Because if he was black, you'd have already shot him. We need to also discuss the American white supremacy cabal that always immediately shows up to control the narrative of the story and provide alternative reasons, like the police, who always seem to immediately know what motivated the white killer, because they're always white too. We need more black cops so we can call them pigs and snitches and throw rocks at them. It's never racism, when we all know how racism is their #1 fixation and reason for everything evil that they do. Oh, does it make you feel good to make piss poor excuses for a murderer just because he's the same skin color, gender as you? Isn't that what you guys did with George Floyd for like months? Just an educated guess. You're white and a person of privilege. I got a tip for you. Let me tell you about my friend Satan. Satan says, your advocacy is neither required nor desired. Thank you, Satan. I love you so much. Thank you for being against... Jesus, I can barely even say that awful word. Um, it seems like a bit of a stretch to link this attack with the Tree of Life shooting rather than other recent widely reported cases of anti-Asian violence and the magazine editor fired for anti-Asian rhetoric this week. It's all the same damn shit! So I don't know why you decided that you needed to critique based on what? Style points? Question mark? Does anyone else see the ridiculous level of irony that the trolls who are certain that not everything is about race, because everything is about race, have nonetheless gone way out of their way from their otherwise 99.9% segregated lives to specifically seek out and inject ridiculously exaggerated and contrarian opinions on a website that they know is dedicated to being an otherwise unapologetically black space? A space where we could segregate by ourselves and be away from whiteness. A space that they unquestionably know in advance is not seeking their opinions in the first place. But we're supposed to just ignore the insanely twisted logic of their compulsively being here in the first place, and by default, just take them at their overly privileged word when they say not everything is about race. When was the last time they were pulled over by a black police officer? Never, because there are no black cops. Oh, when I woke up this morning, whiteness and white supremacy is another fucking pandemic we have been dealing with all along, was the first thing on my mind. It's such a weird thing to be thinking about when waking up, but it's true, because all I think about all day long is other people's skin color. For these fuckboys down here talking that it's not a race thing, he's a sex addict. Bullshit! Know that such argument has always been reserved for you melanin-lacking ass with no chin, no play, no future having cave dwellers. Who else but white people think, damn, these temptations, oh lord, I must rid the world of these temptations. Asian women, go fucking shoot up your jizzed-in socks and fleshlights, or better yet, deal with your fucking porn industry and its not-so-vil bigotry and delusions of power play that caters to white fucking men, you inbred stepmom fucking fantasy-having motherfuckers! It's been widely reported that he was heard stating intentions to kill all Asians. He really should have chopped off his jerk-off hand. Also, please flag these fucks. I don't want white people to have a voice. That's why we gotta put a mask on them. It appears, according to some accounts, that God was also involved in this affair. Alright, that's enough for me. I can't do this anymore, but this is all I'm gonna say. So, if you're a black person, more than likely, if you're watching these videos, you're probably cool and, and you're not someone who's running around thinking about skin color all day. But I'm speaking to the rest of the black people out there with what I'm going to say. If you're a black person, I'm just letting you know right now that they're trying to make Asians into the new black people. Okay? They're trying to tell us that Asians are the new victimhood, that they're getting all this abuse, and I could tell you right now that whatever abuse Asian people are getting, it's the same abuse they were getting 5 years ago, and 10 years ago, and 20 years ago. It's never changed. And you know what? Everybody gets abused by everybody. And you know what's funny? There's all these memes, stop Asian hate, but this entire article is about white hate, but you can't ever say that there's white hate.